Okay, REST controller annotation. So this is a convenience annotation that combines controller and response body together. So if you actually take a look at the REST controller source code, you can see it is in fact the what is called the stereotype that actually combines other annotations, controller and response body. So instead of specifying controller and response body like this, and then you're basically saying response body for all the method, you can just say REST controller. Okay, so you comment this guy out, then you're gonna just say REST controller. That is simplifying the coding a bit. Okay, so that is exercise 4. So exercise 4, basically all we have to do is we are basically adding REST controller on the controller. So you're gonna actually remove controller, but instead you're gonna just say REST controller, and then you don't need all this response body anymore. Okay, so you can just remove all this guy like this. Okay, and then we are gonna restart the application and see it works fine. So I'm gonna actually use this one as a base here. Instead of controller, we're gonna say REST controller. Okay, and then import, and then response body. Yeah, we don't need this one anymore because REST controller assumes that. Okay, so we don't need response body, and here response body. Here we don't need it, and you don't need that one. Okay, so save the change, and let's run the application. Run as and Java application and main application, and things work. Things should be working as expected. Okay, so let's see. Let's verify that is indeed the case. Okay, so I'm going to over here, and let's actually see. Oh, yeah, am I in the right place? Yeah, I was in the wrong place. What was the yeah, I forgot the location of the test files. So I'm gonna actually create the test files again. First of all, we can actually try whether this one works. So it should actually return the first person, and so here test file JSON. So I'm gonna actually create the test file JSON one more time. I play around with the directories. So test file JSON. So yeah, so this is what I want to create, the test file JSON. Oh, I have this one here. Okay, so I should, oh, it's in the labs. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna go to labs and do it. Yeah, so I have oh, why don't I have a test file JSON? Okay, so I'm gonna just test file JSON, and we're gonna create one here. Okay, and save the change. So we should have that test file JSON. Now I should be able to create a new person like this, and that should work fine. Okay, so that worked, and I should be able to list the people. So it should be, we should be able to display all the people that should list the new person that was created. Now, one thing that actually broke, however, is this. So we're gonna actually see what has broken. Okay, so that is REST controller. Okay, so that is what we did. All right, so that worked fine. But now, when you actually go to people.html, let's see what happens. So here we're gonna go to people. Yeah, people.json. This should work fine, right? But when we try to display people in HTML, it's actually sending XML, right? So let's say HTML or something like that. Yeah. So when you do display HTML, it actually displays just people. The reason is because if you take a look at the code, I'm going to actually use the lab documentation. So when you do people.html, it display people. The reason is because in our original code of get all in HTML, right, it's now actually returning so that's the correct case. So when you do this, it will return people. The reason is when you actually go to when you actually take a look at the code in HTML, it returns people as a response body. Okay, because when we are using Restcontroller, it's actually automatically adding response bodies. So instead of actually regarding this guy as a logical view name, it's considered this one as string value that will be returned to the client directly as a response body. All right. So what we need to do is, in this case, is we need to modify the code. So here we are going to actually use model and view the object. In this case, when you actually use a people, it's considered this one as a view. Okay, so we're gonna just use this code. So instead of actually returning a logical view like this, instead of returning string, we are going to actually use model and view object. Okay, so save the change, import and save the change, and then when we are rerunning the application, now it should work fine. Okay, so of course all the other the JSON and XML, it should work fine, but even in HTML, so if you go to HTML, this one should work fine as well. So now it should actually display people in the people.jsp page. Okay, so that is exercise 4. All right.